top stories: Sandy Point shooting incident under police investigation. Grenada starts repairs on low-income houses. And 6-year-old killed in hate crime stabbing. Hello and welcome to the ZIZ Midday Newscast. Today is Monday, the 16th of October, 2023. I'm your presenter, Shanique Harvey. Nationally, the police are investigating an early morning shooting incident in Sandy Point on Saturday. The event occurred between the hours of 5 a.m. and 6 a.m. and left James Ham of farm site Sandy Point with a gunshot wound in his left shoulder. Mr. Ham reported to police that he was awoken by the sound of footsteps in his yard. While looking out a window to find the source of the sound, he stated that a masked assailant fired a single shot in his direction, then fled. Mr. Ham reportedly sought medical attention a short while after at the Pogson Hospital in Sandy Point. He was later transferred to the Joseph N. France General Hospital by Emergency Medical Services, where he has been warded in stable condition. The alleged crime scene was processed by the crime scene unit of the Royal St. Christopher and Nevis Police Force, and pieces of evidence were taken into custody. The police are asking anyone with information about this and any other criminal matter to contact the nearest police station or the Crime Stoppers hotline at 707. On Saturday evening, the Cuban Alumni Association celebrated the achievements of this year's graduating class with its 18th annual local graduation ceremony. The event was held at the Kuna Conference Room at Weekley Avenue. The ceremony is an annual tradition, and this year it was held under the theme Beyond Borders and Blockade, Cuba's Influence in the Caribbean. Resident Cuban Ambassador David Rivero says his country remains committed to developing human capacity within the region.
Our country has been subject to economic, commercial, and financial blockade imposed by the United States government for more than 6 decades, which affects the normal development of our nation. We have had more critical periods than others, periods in which, like the current one, this cruel policy has been intensified. But there is something I want you to be sure of, and that is that despite this pressure, we will never abandon our friends.
Prime Minister Honorable Dr. Terence Drew, himself a past graduate of Cuba, encouraged the graduates to make the most of their experience in Cuba and the lessons they have learned.
This opportunity does not only serve as a means for you to advance yourself professionally with the wealth of knowledge that you would have gained studying in your various professions, but I think you would have gained a second language, and you would have also gained a great deal of gravitas of how to stick to it when days are challenging. That will help you not only through your sojourn in Cuba, but through your profession and through life as well.
The honorees were Dr. Tashima Brown, Andre Hanley, who attained a degree in civil engineering, and Tion Godfrey, who received a degree in health technology. The Prime Minister encouraged them to remain humble and regard their achievements as an opportunity to help advance the people of the Federation in their respective fields. On Monday, the St. Kitts Diabetes Association started the second edition of the project, A Healthier You. The project involves 2 weeks of interaction with children ages 8 to 10 years. The school selected for the program this week is the Dr. William Connor Primary School. According to the association's public relations officer, Dr. Reginald O'Loughlin, the main emphasis is placed on increasing physical activity and eating healthily in order to prevent or delay the onset of chronic, non-communicable diseases like diabetes. Dr. O'Loughlin said at the end of this project, these children would hopefully be able to, quote, lead the charge in changing the mindset of their peers in relation to those two major activities, namely eating habits and exercise, end quote. We move now to news on the regional scene. In Grenada, work has started to repair structural issues discovered in the housing units in Phase 1 of the low-income housing project. More in this GBN News report.
The Housing Authority of Grenada has prioritized low-income housing units in Frequente St. George for the commencement of much-needed repairs. The Frequente location is one of 3 low-income housing sites where extensive work will be undertaken at a cost of over $2 million. According to representatives from the HAG, the low-income houses in Frequente St. George are the first in which repairs are being done so far. The work currently underway includes welding, sanding and painting of the roof and other areas on buildings A1, 2 and 3, following which Shelter Solutions will conduct additional work on the roof. The replacement of the bulbs and other electrical works will be done. It is anticipated that work will be completed within the next week. Due to the dilapidated state of the railings on the buildings, the newsroom was told that they would be replaced with banisters. After the completion of the work on the Frequente low-income houses, the Housing Authority will be moving to the units at Mongay. The repairs of the facilities come in the wake of a comprehensive report done by the Housing Authority of Grenada, which revealed structural issues in Phase 1 low-income housing unit at Mongay, Frequente and Subiz. In other developments relating to the Housing Authority, a meeting will be held with prospective owners of Phase 2 of the low-income houses in St. David, Diamond, St. Patrick and Boucherjou at the Trade Center Annex on Friday at 10 a.m. For GBN News, I am Rena Pear Thomas reporting.
Antigua and Barbuda's long-awaited housing and population census has been confirmed for next year. Senior statisticians emphasized the importance of the exercise in this ABS report by Ursel Charles Jr.
Plans are progressing smoothly for next year's housing and population census. The Statistics Division's senior statistician Rowan Anthony says it's long overdue.
We are planning to conduct the census next year. We should have gone in 2021. We conduct the census every 10 years. The last census was conducted in 2011. So 2021 is the due date was the due date for the next census. But everybody know, COVID came along and spoiled all the plans for.
Anthony explains it's of national importance for the exercise to be completed in a timely manner.
When we get census information at the end of the day, that is information that covers a lot of different sections of the society, demographic information, labor information, education, and then that information is then processed and disseminated. We now have a website. The information will be on our website, our Facebook page. Information will be there, and that is information that can be used and should be used to make informed decisions for the country going forward.
And residents are being urged to prepare and positively participate, as the information is useful to a wide cross-section of people, even primary school students.
I'm appealing to even the kids to encourage their parents to participate when the Statistics Division comes around looking for information, because that is the same information they're coming back for when they want to do their SBAs. When a person wants to start a business, there's information at the division that will guide him as to whether or not it is a feasible business, where is the best place for it to be located, and all these kind of things. And there's also just the general information for, as a citizen, that you need to know about what's going on in the country.
For ABS News, I'm Ursel Charles.